Amigos, we're at the Royal or Grand Decameron Complex in Bucerias, and we're going to give you a full tour of this resort from the services, restaurants, bars, is it safe, what is the best way to get here, tips and hacks that only Mexicans can provide, and much more. This complex is quite big with 620 rooms, 5 pools, and many bars, and the beach as a front yard, so without further ado, let's go. An advantage of this resort is that it is only 30 minutes away from the airport, and you get many options regarding transportation for different budgets. First, an airport taxi in Puerto Vallarta will charge you about 600 pesos including tips, but obviously this depends on how many are traveling. But if you exit the airport and head toward your left, you will see this bridge. You just need to cross it, and there you can take an Uber. Uber prices range from 300 to 500 pesos. In our case, it cost us only 375 pesos, so it's quite cheap. Now listen up, only a Mexican knows these hacks. You can also take a bus called Compostela, which will drop you at about a 10-minute walk from the resort. It only costs you about 70 pesos per person, but personally I prefer to pay an Uber. But if you're on a budget, this might be a good option for you. Also, this bus can take you to Sayulita and Guayabitos for a different price. Of course, take this advice according to your context, and remember that in Mexico you cannot take an Uber from the airport. That's why you need to exit the airport and you need to cross the bridge in order to be able to get an Uber. Arriving to this hotel, we were received by a nice lobby with Christmas decor since we arrived in December. The check-in was a flash and our reservation was confirmed. We were asked to provide our reservation numbers, ID, and sign the corresponding forms, and in less than 5 minutes, we had already our bracelets on. Personnel was kind and quick, and we received a poster with all the services enlisted. Also, this hotel does not offer change from bigger to smaller bills, but it does offer dollar to peso exchange. But the exchange rate is very low, it's about 14 pesos, so we advise you to come prepared with enough pesos or go to the bank that is only about a 10-minute walk from this resort. The check-in in this hotel is at 3 p.m., but if you arrive earlier, I believe you can use the services from 11 a.m., but your room will not be ready mostly until 3 p.m. With your bracelet, you get access to the hotel installations and amenities, but don't lose it or you will be charged about 500 pesos, I believe. But you can replace it free of cost in case it breaks or something. You just need to take the pieces to the reception. Your all-inclusive fee already includes the taxes, and this resort we are not asked to leave a deposit or a credit card or pay ecological taxes like maybe you can encounter this situation in Riviera Maya in Cancun or in Cabo. The checkout is at 12 p.m. In our case, it was again a flash. We just returned the keys, the bracelet, answered a brief question about the service, and it was all done. In case you have a flight later in the evening, the hotel has a free service to keep your luggage. We just give a tip like 50 pesos, but unfortunately, you cannot use the hotel installations after that. You will have to pay about 250 pesos per hour per person. So we advise to just leave your bags there, and you can go to Bucerias to enjoy the local food and the town. This hotel offers 620 rooms with a garden view, partial view to the ocean, and directly in front of the ocean. All of them have a balcony. The access to the room is with a card key. In our case, we were provided with 2. The room has an air conditioner, a bathroom, a shower, towels. We also have this mirror, and we were provided with shampoo, conditioner, soap bars, water, glasses, and a hair dryer. You will also find a closet with hangers, a cover, but we didn't get an iron or iron board. But you can ask for it at the reception in case you need one. But you do get a digital safe with no extra fee. It has enough room for a laptop and some other stuff like wallets. And it's cool because you can program your own passcodes. We got a king-size bed with enough pillows and also another bed for kids. We also got a TV with channels. They have channels in English. A mini fridge, but it's empty. We also got 2 chairs and a balcony with other 2 chairs and a table. In our case, we got a room with view to the garden and the lobby and a partial view to the ocean. Next we got the restaurants. This resort has many restaurants, 2 main buffets, 2 snack bars that are also type buffet, and a specialty a la carte. The 2 buffets are the Tropical and the Flamingos, which offer different type of meals. The Tropical one is next to the swimming pool and has an okay view to the ocean, and the food there is American type, while in the Flamingos it has a more Mexican type of food. For breakfast, my favorite restaurant was the Flamingos because here you can get a table with a great view to the ocean. Both restaurants have omelette stations. And the usual suspects, pancakes, waffles, French toast, with the usual toppings like chocolate, honey, maple, sprinkles, and even M&Ms. One morning we got menudo and birria, which tastes delicious and is also a great remedy in case you had too many drinks a night before. See, these hacks can only be provided by a Mexican. In general, we find fruits, yogurt, cereal, milk. This is in both. And in the Flamingos you got Mexican breakfast like chilaquiles, while in the American you can get hash browns, sausage, and more. Well, we were just going to show you the images so you see for yourself. With every breakfast we were offered coffee and natural juices. During lunch, we found many dishes consisting of chicken, pork, beef, and it really depends to which restaurants you went. One time we got grilled fish on the spot, and we also got handmade tortillas, and this is quite special, it was only one time. But you can find your regular tortillas always in the Flamingos. Dinner. Upon arrival, we headed to the American buffet for dinner and got onion rings, french fries, barbecue pork ribs, and other American style dishes. Let me know in the comments other American style dishes. We get the image here that is mostly like fast food type, but I'm sure there's more to it. Also consider leaving a like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video to this point. It helps us know that you enjoy our videos. Going back, we found a counter with multiple types of pizza like Hawaiian, pepperoni, cheese, Mexican, and we also found roast pork, beef, pescado zarandeado, and more. The dessert variety was good, but in my taste, it lacked flavor. Probably because I'm comparing to Decameron in Cabo, but don't get me bad, they were okay. We also got pan dulce, pies, cinnamon rolls, that those were actually awesome, and even churros. In case you're in a mood for a snack, it's available from 11 to 5 p.m. Here we find the usual hamburgers, hot dogs, french fries, some dishes like pork or wings. We got mayo, ketchup, mustard, cheese, and it was cool that you can prepare everything yourself, so you can get a double or triple cheeseburger with guacamole. We also found a salad bar in case you're on a diet, and desserts like cookies, cake, yellow, and more. Regarding drinks, in the snack, lunch, and dinner, we also were offered soda from the Pepsi line and juice. And yes, there is Diet Pepsi here. You can also have beer or wine. Regarding the specialty restaurants, we'll leave you with the information regarding the names and the food they are offering. But as usual, in every resort, you gotta make a reservation. There is a QR code, or you can go to the Tropicalito area. And we owe it to you guys. We don't like all the reservation fuss, so we never went to one. But we were more than satisfied with the buffets. In spring, you will see the different specialty restaurants, and every Thursday there is a Mexican night where all the restaurants have Mexican food, and even some mariachis might sing for you at your dinner table. Regarding the pools, the hotel has 5 pools. 4 of them are for families, and 1 is for adults only pool. Basically, you'll have one in any block you're in. Every pool has enough loungers, in my opinion, although the ones that have shade are the first ones to go. If you're looking to relax, probably the pools at the back in blocks 5 or 6 are for you, since they're the farthest from the beach and all the fuss that's going on. Only the pool that was close to the Flamingos restaurant had music and activities going on, mostly party type of music like reggaeton. The pools also have a bars next to it, so you can get your drinks, and there are bathrooms close to each pool. Regarding the pool towels, there is a small stand besides block 1, and you just have to provide your room number, so you don't need any type of card or something like you can find in other resorts. Next, we have the bars. The hotel has enough bars to keep you covered, and most of them are open at the same time, except the lobby bar, which opens at 3 p.m., while the disco bar opens at 10:30 p.m. until 3 a.m., while the rest of the bars open from 9 in the morning up to 12 in the midnight. Something that I enjoyed most from the bars were its privileged views to the ocean, so you can relax and have a great time. You had enough sitting and tables here. The alcohol was quite average. You can see Captain Morgan, a personal choice of mine. You had Bacardi, Antillano, JB, Jim Beam, whites and red wine, and beer. During half of the week we had Modelo and Negra Modelo, 2 excellent beers, but they ran out. And the rest of the week they had Corona, Tecate, and in previous years we found Dos Equis and Indio. So you will always have at least 2 or 3 beers to choose from. The beverages in general were great. There's a good variety of drinks and well prepared. My personal recommendation is a picosito, a tequila based drink, and also the vampiros were fire. And the piña coladas were excellent to cool off during the day at the beach, and there's also kids drinks in the menu. The best part were the bartenders, always quick and efficient. We personally made a small friendship there with one. He was so attentive. We were there due to the privileged view to the ocean, and we liked to enjoy watching the sunsets. We were always taken care of. He already knew what our drinks were, our favorite drinks, and we were always suggested drinks to try. So we give the service at the bar a 10 out of 10. Also, each bar has its own type of vibe. We noticed most foreigners were at the lobby bar most of the time, We noticed the seating there was more comfortable. They also had 3 screens, mostly featuring football games and other sports appealing to foreigners. I believe they also serve cappuccinos there. I'm not 100% sure about that. And the music was mostly rock in English. Each bar has its own music and vibe, like country, rock, Mexican music, and trending pop music like TikTok type. So I'm sure you'll find somewhere you can enjoy your day. Next we have the disco. It's open from 10:30 to 3 in the morning. You can get your drinks here since it's the only bar open up to 3 a.m. It also has a pool table and 2 foosball tables. We find enough sitting areas with its table, and it's also a 2-story disco, and the dance floor is at the bottom. It's quite spacious and the music will be mostly to dance. Personally, we didn't like the music that much because it was too loud for us, for our taste, and they were putting music like reggaeton and those type of things, and we don't really like that. But maybe we're just getting old and maybe you do enjoy this disco. Regarding entertainment, this hotel has 2 main activities at night. One is held at the scenario that's located just across the Flamingos. This was held between 8 and 9 p.m. Every day was different. We had games like bingo, trivias, and also live singers and dancers. There was this singer and guitarist that we enjoyed a lot. And we also had a karaoke night. The events there were not catered to a specific audience. The entertainment team spoke in English and Spanish. And the music and activities in general were meant to please everybody. We saw Mexicans and foreigners enjoying themselves, dancing and singing. It's my 4th year in this resort, and if you're Canadian, you might feel like at home. We also find a lot of people from England, New Zealand, some from the US, and other places, so it's a good place to make friends. The next main activity was the theater. We're not really a fan of those type of events, but we did assist to one just to show you guys. It was a circus type of event, and there were very talented personnel there performing, and the activities are different every day of the week. Our favorite asset of this resort is its beach. Personally, it's one of my favorite. The sand is soft and the color of the ocean is beautiful, especially at sunset or sunrise. We also find different type of birds and fauna in general. The waves are enjoyable and you can swim here since it's not that deep, and also the beach is not that crowded. You can walk about 20 or 30 meters and you will still touch the bottom. The resort also offers paddleboards, kayaks, and other amenities to enjoy your day at the beach. It's already included. We didn't use them because we're not good swimmers and we didn't want to go too far in the ocean. But the beach has a lifeguard and it has flags and signaling to know what is the state of the beach. We mostly find white or yellow flag, and there are loungers. And also the resort provides loungers and palapas for you to stay, but they are taken quite early. The hotel has many amenities. Here you can borrow bicycles. There's also a parking lot, a soccer field, a tennis court. You can also borrow the rackets and the balls. So there are many activities you can engage on during the day. There are also multiple places where you can relax or take nice pictures. There's this huge tree next to the lobby and a huge chair for your Instagram photos. And every block had its own lobby with loungers and comfortable sitting and access to internet. There's posters with the instructions, and you can also find hotel staff that can explain to you anything regarding the internet connection. Also, the hotel has many bathrooms distributed, and we also found them clean with soap and antibacterial gel. We also found 2 gift shops where you can buy different treats, bathing clothes, sunblockers, and more. But as usual, it can be a little bit expensive, so you can also walk 10 minutes from the resort to the local supermarket Chedraui, and there you can find everything you need at a regular price. The hotel has also taxi services, which we will show you the prices, and we actually took one to the airport on our way back home. It's quite cheap. The resort has a gym. We'll show you the schedule on screen. It's on block number 6. It's quite basic with some treadmills, a bench, and some dumbbells. We owe you the video since we didn't really enter it. And as stated before, the hotel has many lobbies with internet, but there is no internet in the rooms. Unless you're lucky to get a room next to a lobby, you might get some Wi-Fi there. There is a doctor on the resort with very cheap prices. It's only 350 pesos. If you have a consult at daytime, but the price can go up to 800 if it's at night. So the range is between $20 to $40 the consult, and there is also an ambulance in the resort for any medical emergency. Now, tipping, service, and safety. Regarding the tips, they are already included in the all-inclusive package, but you can always reserve the services with an extra. I think that at least 20 pesos per service is okay, but I'll leave that to you guys. In general, the service was great. We never saw any type of preference toward locals or foreigners. At least as Mexicans, we were treated very well, and we saw that foreigners were also treated well. Most hotel staff spoke very good English. We never saw foreigners struggling to communicate with the waiters or staff in general, but of course, always learning the basic words will be helpful. Most signs and information were in Spanish, English, and French. And regarding safety, since the beach is basically the hotel's front yard, it was very safe. We will go at night to the beach to listen to the waves, and we saw many people there do the same. There was no dodgy people there, and the hotel security was always closed. At night, you could also see some cruises at the distance and other boats, so it's a beautiful experience. Sometimes there's weddings and quinceañeras, but they usually end between 10 to 11 p.m., so the noise wasn't really that loud and that late. Outside the hotel, you can find many businesses, including some pharmacies, restaurants, and more. But in our opinion, the pharmacy had gringo prices. So unless it's kind of an emergency or you don't want to walk, you can go to the Chedraui. It's a Walmart type supermarket where you can find literally everything from groceries, booze, medication, and there's also some ATMs there. You also find an Oxxo and the pharmacy called Farmacias Guadalajaras where they have the normal prices. The hotel is located at the heart of Bucerias, a beautiful town. You can walk. It's only a 10-minute walk there, and there's a main town plaza. It's very safe, and we saw a lot of foreigners there, probably expats. You can also take a cab for 80 pesos or $4, but the walk is very enjoyable. You can also walk there from the beach, but just be careful with the sun. There at the center you will find a small market with lots of handcrafted stuff and souvenirs. There is also a church, lots of restaurants and street food there. We are preparing a video with the tours you can make here. We went to Sayulita, Guayabitos, whale watching, and to the Coral Island. You can also take a taxi or bus to Puerto Vallarta Malecón and more. In conclusion, we love the hotel for its beach, its service, food, but share your experience. Have you been or are planning to come to this resort? Leave it in the comments and help me out by liking this video please, and subscribe, and see you on the next vacation.